Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Heather, and today we are going to be testing out a foundation, the Stila Hide and Chic, that everybody's talking about. Really mixed reviews on that. So if you want to know what I think about it on mature combo skin, stay tuned and let's do this. Okay, so I'm actually filming this intro on day 2 in the afternoon of my filming. You'll notice that I am in the same outfit in some of the footage I'm going to bring in. And I bought this because Angie from Hot and Flashy, who's 57 years old, named it as her holy grail that is replacing her Chanel, which has been her holy grail for years. And I'm a bit of a hit and miss with agreeing with her. The Chanel I did not like at all, but I love the CYO, I love Estee Lauder Double Wear, the Sephora matte tinted moisturizer, and she loves all those too. So I thought, well, I'm gonna check this out. It's her favorite one that has replaced her Chanel. We're gonna see if this is any good. So I'm gonna bring in the footage from yesterday. I wore it for a half day, and I did not use a primer or a setting powder yesterday. So take a look at that. Okay, I've got this Stila Hide and Chic on. We are outside in blaring sun. It is actually 75 degrees in North Dallas today on November 19th, and it is gorgeous. I just want to sit outside and soak it up because it's supposed to rain the next 4 days. But it is beautiful. It's skin-like. I thought it was too light of a color. I've got the light 4, but once I did the bronzer and blush, it actually looks pretty good, and if it oxidizes a little bit, that's okay. It is 1:30, so it's not super early. I'll test it out the rest of today and tomorrow before I give my final thoughts, but so far it went on like a dream with fingers or a brush. On a brush on me in this time of weather, it kind of gets me dry. It sort of like seems to flake off everything, so I prefer it with the fingers so far. It's really, really thin, so I don't know if a sponge would just soak up too much of it, but I really like it with the fingers, so I'll check in with you in a little while. Okay, the second that I started to film, my children came in. So we're gonna go in another room. The joys of filming with children. Okay, it's now 4 o'clock. It's been on since 1:30, 2:30, 3:34. It's been 2.5 hours, so it hasn't been that long. But I forgot to mention that I did not use a primer and I did not set it with a powder. Now I did use, bronzing powder, blush and highlight. That's all powder products. But T-zone, nothing has been set because I just wanted to kind of see how it is going to hold up. Now it's 75 today. There's not a bunch of humidity. I've been inside most of the day, so it's not being tested under extreme weather conditions, but it is so pretty. It has not settled into any lines anywhere, nothing under my eyes, and I've got it all under my eyes. I mean, it looks beautiful. It's light to medium coverage, I would say. The moment when you're trying to film now and your daughter calls you, and so it stops filming. Anyway, no primer, no setting powder, looks beautiful, light to medium coverage, love it. I'll check back in another 4 hours. We'll check it at 8 o'clock tonight. See you in a few. Just after 7, I think I said we were gonna check in at 8, but it's getting in the way for me this day. I have not powdered at all today. Not touched up, like not at all. I didn't set it at all. And so it is starting to get a little shiny around the nose. I'm a little dry around here because I've had a cold, and so it was already dry there. But if I just kind of tap it, it all kind of just goes away, and it has not faded. It has not settled into any wrinkles at all. It still looks exactly how I put it on, except for just that slight bit of sheen that was there, and that's been from 6 hours. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 30. Yeah, 6 hours. So it's holding up pretty good for 6 hours. Still liking it. We're gonna test it again tomorrow, and I'll do an all-day test and give you my final thoughts. Okay, so then today I did put a moisturizer on because I did feel like it was a little bit drying yesterday. And I also set it with the Laura Mercier setting powder to see if it would react a little bit differently or if it would hold up longer, whatever. And so check out the footage for that. Okay, I am in my car filling up with gas, and I have put it on today, and I was filming myself putting on until my husband walked by behind me getting ready, not dressed. So we had to cut out some of that footage, but today I did set it with the Laura Mercier setting powder. It does look beautiful again and totally natural. So I so far like it. It is 7:45 in the morning and we're gonna wear it all day. I'm in my car, it's 1:54, and I just wanted to hop on here and say that repowdering this, I've had to repowder, and actually I would advise against repowdering. I think that the repowdering has caused it to crease in my smile lines. And it didn't do that yesterday, but I didn't powder at all. And it gets a little cakey when you repowder. So you can see, stuck in the smile lines. I don't know if you can see that. And it just looks a little heavy. Also, it did oxidize quite a lot. It doesn't turn orange, but definitely got darker. Other people were saying that it doesn't oxidize, but on me, it definitely does. So it's 2 o'clock. Put it on at 7:30, and we'll just see. I'm not gonna repowder it through the rest of the day because I feel like that is just gonna get thicker, cakey. So I don't like that, and it's settling into the line. So I don't know if that's the powder. Maybe that's just the powder. All right, see you a little bit later. Okay, so here I am now. It's 2:18. I just did a check-in. I just wanted to mention that the oxidation that is happening, it is a lot of oxidizing. And I don't know if that's the moisturizer that I used or the setting powder, because it didn't seem to oxidize that much yesterday. It oxidized a little bit when you first put it on, but then it didn't really seem to get darker. And it is really getting quite dark. I also broke out a little bit, and I have not been breaking out a lot at all. And this doesn't have SPF in it, which I actually loved because SPF is what tends to break me out. So I don't know, it might be the setting powder. I may need to try and play around with this, but I would think instead of repowdering, if you get oily, use some blotting sheets and just remove that oil rather than adding additional layers, because it really does get pretty cakey. And the Laura Mercier setting powder doesn't usually do that on me, get real heavy, but it really has been, and it's only $2.19. So I'm gonna leave this on until 7:30 tonight at least. I'm gonna do a full 12 hours. I'm not gonna repowder anymore. If I do anything, I'll just blot a little bit and take some of that away because it was settling into lines and stuff. And the oxidizing is so bad today. So that may not be the foundation. It may be mixing that foundation with other things. So keep that in mind, because yesterday it really didn't oxidize that much. All right, I'm gonna see you at 7:30. All right, it is actually 8:25, and so it's been on for 13 hours, and I am pretty shiny. It really hasn't, it's faded nicely. It's not really broken down a lot. It's not my favorite foundation. I mean, I think I'll keep it because I do like it, but it's definitely not a holy grail for me. If you have, it's weird because if you have really dry skin, it does sort of make you look drier, but then you're still oily if you're combo. So I still stand by, don't over powder this, use blotting sheets instead if you need to touch up. And it does look pretty natural on the skin. And you know, after 13 hours, if I just kind of do this, it does look better. So I think it's okay. Not my favorite, but it's decent. So if you want to check it out, it's at Ulta and Sephora, and I believe it's $39. And it's got good for you skin ingredients, so that's, you know, that's nice. But you can check it out at Ulta or Sephora. Otherwise, I'm going to end this video now, and thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit subscribe and the bell so you're notified of every video I post. I'm currently posting every Tuesday and Thursday, and it's always something new. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and until next time, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.